Hi, welcome to Forex In Four. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, 2011. This morning I'm talking about the final countdown, and we're sort of on this holding pattern here today, going into the Greek vote tonight on the austerity measures. And if you've turned on the television yet this morning, you can see that the riots are in the streets there, and we're calling them protests or strikes, but let's call them what they are. I see police with riot gear and tear gas, and people throwing a lot of things. So this is not going over so well. But you know, again, this is really going to be make or break today for the euro, because if Greece does not agree to these austerity measures, they're not going to get the additional funding, which is going to potentially bring the default, which could bring the contagion, which takes down the entire eurozone. So I'm just trying to fire that out to you real quickly. But you can see here we're just looking at a 5-minute chart of euro, and it's moving in this range here. I'll just pull out to the 30-minute a little bit and just show you. All right, we're still above. We're right around this 142.40, 142.50 area, which had acted as a little bit of support, but it's going to be a little bit dicey here, going into this vote, because there's going to be concern that, listen, they won the confidence vote last week, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get the vote through. It's kind of like the U.S. healthcare bill, where, Scott Brown was supposed to be the decider, and well, I guess it wasn't Scott Brown, it was the two gals from Maine. But in any event, you understand what I'm saying. So just because you have a coalition doesn't mean the votes are always going to go your way. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. But that's obviously the big news weighing on the market today. We've got some risk aversion going on. Euro's lower, okay, but just slightly. Okay, you can see we've got a little bit of dollar strength here. I just want to show you pound dollar real quick. All right, pound is lower. Yesterday I mentioned that the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, came out and they said that some of these countries around the globe need to raise interest rates, including the UK. Well, Adam Posen, who is the Bank of England dove, he's been calling for quantitative easing for the last year. He called that notion ridiculous, or actually, I can't even remember what the exact word was, but he said it was ridiculous. Anyway, UK came out today. They had GDP figures, which came in lower than expected. All right, they hit the quarterly gain of 0.5%, but it's pushing the year-over-year number down to 1.6% from 1.8%. So, they could be looking at a stagflationary environment. And, Governor or Bank of England member King said, hey, listen, rates are going to have to go up at some time. Well, yeah, no kidding. The question is, how long do the people have to suffer with higher food and energy prices before, you decide to make that happen? So yesterday kind of slipped through the cracks, but there was the home price index actually fell over there in the UK a little bit. So perhaps inflation will come back. It's like if you don't do anything long enough, people will walk away. There will be less demand, and, you'll get that inflation to come down, but at the same token, you're going to lose GDP. So they need to come up with something a little bit more credible there than just to sit back, wait and see routine. But speaking of home prices, we're going to get the home price index, Case Shiller, out here in the U.S. a little bit later this morning. In 20 cities, prices are expected to have declined around, say, 4% decline. So we're going to see what happens with that one. And then we also get U.S. consumer confidence a little bit later this morning. So those are two figures that we're going to be looking at. Just show you the Aussie's a little bit higher. Reports have been coming out, though, that there's actually there's more people betting in the market that the next move for the RBA in Australia is going to be to lower interest rates, not to raise them this year. So that was, I thought, rather interesting. So, the Aussie still has a high positive interest carry, so it looks like people will buy them on dips. But it's interesting that the bets are for an actual decrease rather than an increase. Just show you overnight dollar Japan. You can see here we're trading in this 80 to 81 range here. All right, they actually had overnight in Japan better than expected retail trade figures that came in showing gain of 2.4%, but you see that the large retailer sales are actually down 2.4%. So it wasn't as bad as expected over there, and it appears as though Bank of Japan has been doing some sort of support over there as well. But we're just trading this range. We've got risk aversion here, weighing on these pairs. Okay, you can see that we've also got Swiss franc strength here. Show you Swissy versus yen. That's been just steadily increasing. Okay, and we can look at euro versus Swissy. Okay, and you can see that we're coming back down to this 118 level here ahead of the Greek austerity vote. But that's pretty much what we're looking at today here. We've got markets a little bit lower to start the day. Actually, oil's a little bit higher. It's up to a 91 handles, back to 90. Yesterday, gold came down under 1,500. We've got equity futures a little bit lower to start the morning, so there is some risk aversion. But I feel like everybody's sort of in this wait-and-see mode, and today could be one of those days where we fluctuate around depending upon what happens or what the expectation is for what's going to happen in Greece. So far, people are still expecting this measure to pass, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the case. So still a lot of risk aversion in the market there, and people should be cautious with the trading. So anyway, that's what we're looking at for this morning, folks. Just keep an eye on that Greek vote, and good trading to all.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.